Drug overdoses are the cause of tens of thousands of deaths in the U.S. each year, and San Luis Obispo is not immune. The opioid epidemic affects us here on the Central Coast, and for patients, drugs may be easier to obtain than treatment. Asia Gore reports.
He is smart. He is strong.
More than 3 years after losing their son Ty to an overdose.
How would you look at that face and ever think that life would get as difficult and troubled as it did?
Kim Lacey and Dan Graham still cling to memories of their only child.
My last Mother's Day, he sent me the most beautiful card. He posted on Facebook, "Best mom in the world." That was everything.
Ty wrote that card while in treatment for drug addiction at age 22, just days before his death.
He was doing so well, and then we got the police come to the door.
After 3 months sober, Ty died from an overdose. His parents believe it was a mix of heroin and methamphetamine. The details might be different, but this same tragic story can be told by hundreds of San Luis Obispo County families.
You may inject something into your vein, and before you can pull the needle out, you're gone.
SLO County Coroner Joy Carter sees addicts at the end of their story. From 2015 to 2018, Carter notes opioids as a primary cause of 282 deaths. That's about 4% of all deaths in the county. Combined with stimulants or sedatives, opioids were a factor in about 8% of all deaths.
How do you address all of this when you have a culture that's asking for pain relief?
Stories of the American opioid epidemic often show faces of teens and young adults.
Doctors are now warning patients and parents of younger patients about possible painkiller addiction.
But of the 532 deaths linked to drugs and alcohol in SLO County, the user profile is different.
It has been older and more male.
Juliana Fluitt, the co-founder of Haven Addiction Treatment Center in Pismo Beach, is seeing a slight increase in clients addicted to opioids.
Every patient that comes in with opioid use disorder or sedative hypnotic disorder, which is like Xanax and things like that, that they test positive for fentanyl, and they don't even know.
Fentanyl, a powerful opioid often mixed with heroin, killed 10 people in SLO County between May and October this year, prompting an alert from county health officials.
2019 has been a banner year for fentanyl overdoses.
But for addicts, getting help before they wind up on Dr. Carter's table can be challenging.
It's a tragedy that it's so hard to find treatment in our county.
No treatment center in San Luis Obispo County would accept Ty's state-sponsored Medi-Cal insurance. So for treatment,
this is at his program in Santa Cruz.
He traveled 170 miles north.
That means taking time off work, that's gas money. It also takes you away from potentially all the support systems you have at home.
I want him to get help.
A recovered addict herself, Fluitt knows the value of connection.
I actually OD'd in 2005, so I've seen all ends of this thing.
That journey led Fluitt to co-found The Haven. Though the County Board of Supervisors did approve funds in April to build a residential treatment center next to 40 Prado, today The Haven remains the only inpatient treatment center in San Luis Obispo County. For addicts who can't find, afford, or simply seek out help in time,
that's the last photo of the three of us together.
The outcome is for families a hard pill to swallow.
I don't seize up every time I see his picture anymore, but I think about him every day. Give anything if I could have him back.
In San Luis Obispo, Asia Gore, KSBY News.
San Luis Obispo County supervisors voted last month to apply for a $255,000 grant to help prevent overdose deaths and other problems related to opioid abuse in the county.